everyone? Welcome back to another edition of Sports to the Wire. If you're new to the show, I am your host, Rashid White, my boy, Barrick Burrell, co-host, football analyst, baseball analyst extraordinaire, basketball analyst extraordinaire.
I know about all
Man, yeah,
that.
that too.
I know about all that.
Barrick Burrell. All right.
Yeah, take it off, brother. Take it off. What we
All
got
right,
going on
so
there?
all right, as you guys can see from the text and title on screen over there, we'll be covering the NBA 75 greatest players of all time, and this is the complete list. Now we're not going to go into all of this whole list over here, man. This will be a 2-hour show if you guys can do that. But Westbrook is added, and Kyrie Irving is not actually on the list over here, man. Now that's my whole gripe with this whole thing right here, man. Westbrook, who has really a very, what's the word over here? I'm trying to be nice over here, man, with this dude over here, man. He's not a cerebral basketball player, and yes, he has a lot of accomplishments, but to try to put him on there over Kyrie Irving, who actually has a ring, is laughable in a sense, though, you know. And as Barrick and I were talking earlier, there's a lot of people in the media that actually just doesn't like Kyrie for whatever reason, and that may have actually played a role in this in a sense, though.
Yeah, I believe that. Yeah, absolutely. Yep,
Yeah,
I believe
yeah,
that.
yeah. But Barrick, actually take us off, man. Do you agree with some of these? Now my boys, man, they're saying Carmelo Anthony on this list over here. Now, Carmelo Anthony, in terms of his numbers for his career, has great Hall of Fame numbers. You know, as well as Vince Carter, as well as Tracy McGrady, in a sense, because that was the debate that we were having earlier. But as far as a greatest player, Carmelo Anthony, I don't know about that, man. But this is Barrick's boy right here because he's a Knicks. He's with the Knicks.
He was a Knicks here. He was a Knicks for about 4 or 5 years, and we made the playoffs when he was here. I mean, we had some kind of accomplishment when he was here. We didn't get it all done. If he had taken a dunk instead of trying to lay it up in that game 6 against the Pacers, we probably would have moved on in the conference finals. But I digress. So anyway, Westbrook, man, you talk about his accomplishments, man. He's a 9-time All-Star, 9-time All-NBA, 2016 MVP, 2-time All-Star MVP, 2-time scoring champ, 3-time assist champ. These are his accomplishments. And when you take these numbers and compare it to other NBA players' accomplishments, it fits along lines of being on the list. Now, what he's been able to do with the teams he's played with is another story. He has not been able to elevate these teams to a championship level. He has not shown that he can carry a team by himself.
You got to be able to get out the first round. That's my thing. You have to be able to get out the first round. And Westbrook, I'm not saying you have to win it all, but as a superstar player, as he's called over here, you as a superstar player need to be able to get your team out the first round, and he hasn't been able to do that at all by himself.
By himself, but
Yeah.
that's what I finished saying. He has not shown that he can lead a team by himself, and that's the big thing that you might want to hold against him. But this apparently is a list not just based on talent, but it's based on numbers. So a number of guys on this list has not had the ability to win an NBA championship. So obviously it's about talent and, more importantly, the numbers they've been able to acquire during their time in the league of basketball. So when you run these stats, a career 23.2 point per game score, 7.4 rebounds a game, 8.5 assists per game. These are his numbers through 13 seasons in the NBA, but with 3 teams: Oklahoma City, Houston, and now the Washington Wizards, and now his 4th team, the Los Angeles Lakers. So if this guy was that prominent, this guy had the ability to lead others and make the decisions he had to make, he wouldn't have been on 4 teams. I don't recall Michael being on 4 teams. I don't recall Larry being on 4 teams. I can come to now. The teams that you see now, everybody's joining forces, but he has not done these certain things. Steph Curry's been on 1 team. Dame Lillard's been on 1 team, and they've accomplished more statistically. So apparently these 13 years of numbers are the reason why he's on this list, in my opinion. But overall, yeah, his decision making has always been a question. his inability to shoot the basketball is going to be something that he'll never be able to lick. He'll be following him the rest of his career. So there's always going to be question marks of why he's on this list.
All right, so now Kyrie Irving, man, him not actually making this list. What do you actually think?
I think it's personal, but that's my opinion. I think it's personal because he's got good numbers, and
I definitely do concur with that.
You know, he has won a world championship. I mean, it was, if I'm not mistaken, it was him that made the game-winning shot for Cleveland against Golden State.
Right in Steph Curry's face. Yeah. Right in Steph Curry's face. And
so
I'm listening to Justin Germany on NBA radio, and he's like, "Oh, you're not." He wasn't winning that championship without LeBron James. Well, LeBron wasn't winning that championship without Kyrie Irving. So basketball is a team sport. Now we seen in 2016, we actually seen how that went when LeBron got help.
Yeah, I mean, look, could Kobe have won no championships without Shaq? Could Shaq win them championships without Kobe? I mean, that's going to always be debatable. Because Shaq did go to Miami and win a championship with D-Wade.
That's a knock that they actually put on Kyrie, that, oh, he had LeBron. I'm like, give me a fucking break, man.
Hey, well.
He was not winning anything without Kyrie Irving. He went to Cleveland because of Kyrie.
Because they drafted Kyrie, they had Jermaine Wiggins, they parted way with Jermaine Wiggins and kept Kyrie.
Andrew Wiggins.
Andrew Wiggins, correct. My apologies.
Andrew Wiggins, yeah.
But it was a Jermaine Wiggins too, so I'm sorry, I got him mixed up with a football player. Go ahead. All right, so not throwing random names, so it was a mixture of first name. But the bottom line is,
it's happens to the best of us. Don't worry about it.
I know.
Carry on, please.
Yeah. So. I understand what they were doing, and obviously LeBron recognized talent. Let's not forget the fact that Kyrie was coached by Mike Krzyzewski. He has a Duke University education. He played at Duke and played well at Duke. Duke, as we all know, is one of the more prominent college programs in basketball. So we know that his history, his intelligence, his ability to speak and show how he is able to carry himself and make decisions on the floor and things of that nature. But with all these things that we're mentioning, if he's now on the list with all these acclimates, then what else is going on? So it has to be personal.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the correlation because I don't agree with Westbrook actually being on this list, and I think they're going by with like straight accomplishments here.
Yeah, they are.
If you look over here, Damian. How is Dame on here, man?
Well, Dame got good numbers. Look at his stats. Dame has 20. He's a career 24.7 point per game scorer. His assists is 6.6. His rebounds are not up there, but this is the 9 season.
I would do a 6-2. I don't want him rebounding, man.
Yeah, but this is and you got to look at it. His accomplishments. He's a 6-time All-Star, 6-time All-NBA, and of course he won the Rookie of the Year in 2013. These are his accomplishments, and you see what Dame is doing now. Okay, so I mean, he's got better numbers than Kawhi. Kawhi has a 19.2 career point game scorer. He scored more than Kawhi, but Kawhi's on his list.
Kawhi has more impact on the game than Damian Lillard.
Okay, but his numbers are not as good as Dame. But there you have it. So you look at all these things combined, and you say, well, why is not?
That's the correlation. If is this going to be? It's to see. I'm like, why the hell is Melo over here? Well, Melo has a lot of accomplishments.
There you go.
So if we're gonna do that, then we gotta throw Kyrie Irving on here, man.
And this is basically, and more importantly,
I'm a little biased because I'm a Brooklyn.
You are being a little bit biased. Yes, you are being a little bit biased. But the bottom line is a little bit. But the bottom line is this list is not fully compiled with champions. There are players on this list that have not won a championship. So you are basically being noted by your accomplishments and what you've done in the NBA. Now. We always talked about privately, and we've also heard the pundits on ESPN say that Kyrie Irving is a showstopper. He's a box office smash, and you go to see what he can do.
He's really one of the most polarizing players I've ever seen in my life, man. I've been watching basketball for 25 years. He is like more than Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? I think he's better than MJ, but in terms of like George,
no, you want to go see these players play.
Oh my gosh.
You want to go see these players play. You want to see these guys play. And I've had a lot of players I want to go see play. Not just the Knicks, but whoever came in to play the Knicks. I didn't want to see Reggie Miller play because I couldn't stand him. But but overall, Kyrie is somebody you do want to go watch, and you want to have questions why he's not implemented on a 75 team player list. But I believe, without major factual evidence, obviously, I believe there's a little bit more to this. I think it's personal. I think about what happened in Boston. I'm thinking about the way he's taking a stance against not taking the vaccination shot, which I'm actually on his side about. Do your due diligence before you do certain things. But this is, I think, is playing a role in why he's not on this list.
Yeah. That's really messed up right there, man. That's really messed up.
It is. But remember, we said we don't have factual evidence on this, nothing documented, but we're just looking at the grand scheme of things.
All right, we'll wrap this video up. Your boy Patrick Ewing made it too, man. Go Knicks.
Of course, baby. Of course, baby. Go New York, baby. Let's go, Knicks. All right, let's go.
All right, we'll wrap this video up. If you like the video, please like, comment, subscribe. Certainly share this video. When you share, the universe certainly shares back with you, man. Smash that like button, man. Definitely, man.
All right, guys. Peace.